So, this one is just a quick one on the PlayStation 4K, the PlayStation NEO, or whatever they're deciding to call it. Not really E3 related, but the statement did come out yesterday, so I thought it'd be fair just to throw it in to the E3 stuff and quickly go over it, although not really. So, PlayStation have confirmed a new PlayStation 4, or Sony have confirmed a new PlayStation 4, which is the PlayStation NEO, and they have allegedly said that it can support 4K. Now, this doesn't mean 4K games, this might just mean a 4K monitor or 4K TV if you want to watch movies in 4K, because even a very top-end PC, like mine is, I'd class mine as top-end, you know, not top-end like Total Biscuit ridiculous 20 grand one, but it's still, you know, 5 grand. It's at the lower end of the spectrum of the top-end range, yes, but even top-end PCs like mine, which game critics use, have a somewhat hard time running a smooth 4K resolution. You know, we're talking about a Titan, an 8-core, we're talking about some high stuff, and 4K at 60 frames per second is very hard to keep. You know, if we were to put 4K on, let's just say, this PlayStation NEO, there's a good chance that it'd hardly run at 30 frames per second. You know, you'd probably be getting 4K, yes, but at the most maybe 20, because it does take a lot of powerful hardware to run 60 frames for 4K. And if Sony want us to have that kind of performance, I'm not saying they can't. A PlayStation is probably very capable of it with the right hardware, but it comes to the fact of the price. You know, we have, what, low-end, I say, low-end top-tier PCs like mine costing about 5 grand, and that can barely run 4K 60 frames per second. So if they are going to get all of the parts to try and make this possible, it's going to be pretty dear for the 4K NEO. I mean, Giant Bomb has leaked some specs, but Sony hasn't really confirmed them. They were just like, these are the specs that are leaked, and Sony was asked about this, and it's like, oh, we'll make a better announcement, you know, we'll make a full announcement later on. So, I mean, while those specs that Giant Bomb leaked could potentially handle 4K resolution, maybe not 4K gameplay, some of those parts might be semi-expensive, so that might factor into the price of this new PlayStation 4 NEO. So we'll see. That's where the video is going to end. I'm not going to go into any further discussions on this as of right now, because while Sony has definitely made a statement saying yes, the PlayStation NEO is definitely going to happen, we haven't had any kind of official specs. They're not going to be showing the hardware at E3, so we're going to end the discussion here, and we're going to wait for a lot more information on what their plans are. But I thought I'd just bring it up, because if I do all these videos and someone says, well, you mainly play PlayStation, what about the 4K? That's what I think on the 4K. It seems very possible, but it could mean a very expensive console. The specs that Giant Bomb leaked could be true, but I'm just going to wait until Sony makes an official announcement before we look deeper into this.